Protestant Reformation occurred in the 16th century.
John Knox, King Henry VIII, and Martin Luther were all reformers during the Protestant Reformation.
Here we have King Henry VIII and his first wife, Catherine. Catherine failed to bear King Henry a son.
I want a divorce. I'm going to the church.
King Henry VIII goes to the church to ask the Pope for a divorce.
Hi, Your Holiness. I would like a divorce.
No. King Henry, frustrated, did the only reasonable thing he could do.
So frustrated you can't bear me a son. I'm gonna do the only reasonable thing I can think of. I'm gonna make my own church. Aha, I've made my own church. Now I can finally divorce you. Be gone.
Here we have King Henry and his second wife, Anne Boleyn, who ultimately committed treason and was beheaded after giving birth to Queen Elizabeth. King Henry's next wife, Jane Seymour, who gave birth to Edward, but sadly died in childbirth.
Yeah, you bared me a son. But I actually kind of liked you.
Many wives later, King Henry died.
Martin Luther, born in Germany, decided to study law.
I object.
One day, walking home, he was struck by lightning.
Crackle, snap, boom!
When he awoke, he decided to be a philosopher.
I want to be a philosopher.
After becoming a philosopher, Martin Luther realized that the Pope and the members of the church were living unholy lives.
You are quite the unholy man.
Contrary.
To help improve themselves, he wrote the 95 Theses as advice.
Shit.
You are excommunicated.
As a result, he then created the Lutheran Church, still in use today. John Knox was part of the Roman Catholic Church and became a preacher at St. Andrew's Castle.
In the beginning.
Soon the French attacked and captured John Knox, taking him prisoner.
Ah! You're coming with me.
He was then set free. Once free, he then accused the church of idolatry, saying it was made from the brain of men.
I accuse you of idolatry.
He then preached for King Edward VI of London. After many trips of preaching in Germany and Switzerland, he returned to Scotland and preached at St. Andrews, where he wrote the book Scots Confession of Faith, which then created the Presbyterian Church of Scotland, which is still in use today. He then died of assassination in 1567.
Boom!
Martin Luther was the most justified because he was a very early reformer that peacefully showed that the church's wrongdoings and provided a way for living a holy life.
Baseball site.